The 2025 MLB Trade Deadline brought fireworks, but not every big name on the block ended up on the move. While teams like the Twins went into full teardown mode, others held firm, keeping key players despite aggressive offers. Among those staying put is Sandy Alcantara. The Marlins listened to calls but never received a deal worth parting with their ace. Fresh off Tommy John surgery, Alcantara has shown flashes of dominance, tossing 12 shutout innings over his last 2 outings. Teammate Edward Cabrera is also staying. The breakout righty owns a 2.39 ERA since early May and remains under team control through 2027. Zac Gallen was another name heavily floated in rumors. The Diamondbacks explored offers but ultimately held on to the former Cy Young finalist. Gallen has struggled in 2025, with a 7-12 record and 5.60 ERA, but Arizona plans to extend him a qualifying offer after the season. In Chicago, the White Sox chose not to deal Luis Robert Jr. Despite injury concerns and uncertainty over his 2026 club option, Robert's speed and defense kept teams intrigued. He's hitting just .206 but has 11 homers and strong metrics on the base paths. Dylan Cease drew attention from contenders, especially the Astros. However, despite hours of trade talks, the Padres and Astros couldn't finalize a deal. San Diego, active throughout the day, decided to keep Cease in the rotation. He's underwhelmed with a 4.79 ERA but still boasts 153 strikeouts. Over in Washington, MacKenzie Gore remained off-limits. The Nationals made it clear they needed to be overwhelmed to move the 26-year-old lefty, who owns a 3.80 ERA and 144 strikeouts across nearly 118 innings. Joe Ryan, one of the few players the Twins didn't move, was also drawing last-minute interest. The All-Star right-hander had a dominant July with a 1.80 ERA, but Minnesota opted to retain him despite selling off much of the roster. Ryan could become a rotation anchor during what's expected to be a transitional period for the club. The trade deadline once again showed that not every team is willing to make short-term sacrifices, even in a seller's market. Whether holding out for better returns or doubling down on controllable arms, clubs like the Marlins, Nationals, and Diamondbacks made the choice to ride out the season with their top talent still in uniform.